What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning into this video on Elvis is the Man. So a couple notes before I do this. So this is for, first of all, the audio may not be what you're used to because I don't have a mic hooked up to me. I didn't lose it, I didn't bring a certain cord that I need for a camera thing. So you're just getting the room sound effect, what it sounds like if you're listening in the room. So sorry about that, but I think it should still be good. Another thing, so this is the watch party. I think I'd rather do the watch parties than the live streams just because I can edit a bunch of stuff together. So after this watch party, which will be the full length of the video, the unedited version of this video, the full video is going to go on Patreon. That means all the audio clips, everything. I still leave this video up on YouTube, but some of the audio that I'm going to play from this FTD will be muted in time, just so I can leave it up and it gets the full recommendations from YouTube and all that, because you have a bunch of copywritten stuff. It's not good. Anyway, so this is going to be a review of a shipment I got in like a few months ago actually. This one is Elvis Pine Bluff to Madison. So these are two shows that took place in 1976. And if you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I love FTDs. I've been collecting them since 2005. I love them. I recommend you buy FTDs. And what FTD stands for is Follow That Dream. Elvis's 1962 movie. So Follow That Dream label. It's like a collector's label. So like if you were to buy something from the studio, like a studio like album or something, they're not just going to have the album that was released. They'll have that there, but they'll also have outtakes of certain songs, like maybe 10 outtakes of one song. Well, the casual Elvis buyer wouldn't want to buy something like that. But the collectors, the hardcore fans, we like this stuff. So the FTDs are the best thing on the Elvis market to buy of Elvis, other than maybe a certain book that comes out, you know, periodically, or if we get footage, which I think it's a possibility, because I think Ernest Jorgensen was just noted as saying that Baz and Warner Brothers have been looking into the footage this whole past summer. And, you know, if they're looking at it, you know, going through things, Bass says that he really enjoyed watching it all. If they put that effort, the effort is for a future release, you know, to make money on it. So that, I'm optimistic about that. But back to this FTD. On another word about the this video being muted. Some of the audio I might have to mute, but I'm going to put timestamps because this video isn't all about this FTD. I'm going to be talking about Elvis in 1961. Do I think his voice and him as an artist, as the overall package, was better in 61, maybe 60, 61, 62 than any other time in his career? Even better than the 70s? Well, you take a walk down along the street to a heartbreaker. I think a lot of us really idolize and hold on a pedestal Elvis from 1968 to maybe 73 for good reason, but I think it could be because we have so much footage from that time. You know, if we had Elvis on tour in 1957, maybe everybody would just love 57. Hang on, let me make sure this thing doesn't start. Okay, you know, I think it's because we have so many visual things that we can look at from that time period. We think, oh, 72, oh, 1970 was the greatest, but I was listening to the Pearl Harbor show, 1961, and his voice, I don't think you can beat it. But I'm going to make that, sorry about that, my memory card was full. I didn't even think about deleting it and making sure it was clear before I did an hour-long video. Anyway, I'm going to make the argument about, was Elvis better at his peak in 1961, 62, or was it the 68 to 73 era that we all love so much? And it's not really compare, but it's like, the thing is, you run into trouble because we analyze Elvis's career so much, or me, I do, it's like you're comparing Elvis to Elvis, you know, so we love every stage for its own reason, but I'll get to that later. Back to this. So this concert that I'm going to review for you, I'm going to play like the last half of this concert because I don't want to give the whole thing away. It's just a teaser, but it's it's kind of like a reaction video. We're going to be watching this together, and I'm going to be making comments on it, on his career at this time, what I thought of the certain notes, and then in the chat, you guys will be talking to me because I'll be there watching it with you. Okay, so this is from Madison, Wisconsin, October 19th, 1976. So Elvis is wearing the blue pearl suit here, blue swirl suit. The pearl suit was like January 1970. But so this is the interesting time in Elvis's life, and I'm going to make a few reasons why. So this was August 1976. Elvis was 41, about to be 42. And if you notice, Elvis was noticeably slimmer from August 76. You know, remember August? He had that horrible show in Houston. I actually watched it. It wasn't that bad. But from his appearance from August, his physical appearance from August compared to October, November, December was like totally different. Like if you were a fan, like if we had social media and you could really track it, we would probably start getting excited, like, whoa, Elvis looks like he's getting in shape. Like in August 76, Parker tried to, and successfully, got Dr. Nick back into the fold to help Elvis out because Parker, you know, for all of his flaws, and I think this was a business move anyway, he tried to help Elvis get back in shape. And hey, I didn't like, he got Dr. Nick. And he also got, for sure, what's his name? Elvis's, like, not spiritual advisor. Why can't I think of his name at the moment? I'm not editing this out. You guys will probably like it. Yeah, he called back Dr. Nick. And also Larry Geller. Okay, Larry Geller. His If I Can Dream book. Okay. I don't know, I just drew a blank. But some of the people that Parker didn't like, he was trying to bring back into Elvis's life to help maybe give him some inspiration and some help with his body and what was going on. So, where was I? Elvis's physical appearance, the difference. And I'm going to be getting to play in this, but I want to like set this up a bit first. So in September of this year, right after his August tour ended, Elvis got confirmation that Red, Sonny, Dave Hebner was really going forward with the book Elvis, What Happened. So Elvis obviously did not like the sound of that. And later the next month, so just before this particular concert, because this was the 19th, August 19th, I think it said 16th, but it was the 19th. In September, Elvis found out that they were going to make the book. In October, just before this happened, Elvis made a couple attempts to try to get this book stopped, the Elvis What Happened book. He got John O'Grady, hired him again, and tried to present, maybe buy off, Dave and Sonny and Red, tried to, hopefully persuade them to not make the book, but it didn't work, not continue to write the book. Also, the October 12th, you guys ever hear, if you haven't, look it up, when Red taped Elvis tried to call Red to kind of mend fences, hoping that this book would not be released. But that didn't work. Elvis never said, I'm sorry for anything. Not that he necessarily had to, but that didn't work. And Red West actually taped him.
You're about to hear a telephone conversation between Elvis Presley and myself that I recorded sometime in October 1976 while I was in Los Angeles writing the book Elvis, What Happened.
You're so wrong on one thing. Listen, don't get paranoid. Because I miss the talking days of Frank saying that we're on a private line and they're fucking sold up.
Right.
So I am not fucked up, by no means. On the contrary, I never been in any better condition in my life.
He had a tape deck ready. So you notice Elvis is a lot slimmer. And it just kind of dawned on me because I always thought Elvis maybe was getting in better shape because Ginger Alden, whom he met in November, middle of November, I thought he was probably getting in shape for her. Just like, you know, with Joyce Bova. He had some great concerts November 1971, and I really think it was because Joyce Bova was in the audience and for like Baltimore, we'll say. And, you know, but just when he was having on a personal high, his concerts were that better because Elvis was like an emotional performer. You know, he just didn't go out and do choreographed things. He felt the music, and if he wasn't in a good place in his life, he didn't have the best of concerts. But the October, November, December, he was like, wow, he was doing so well.
Sitting home all alone, you can't come back. Please, telephone.
He was a lot slimmer, and like I said, I thought it was maybe because Ginger was there. He was kind of getting some motivation to get back in shape. He was happier, more motivated. But it could be because this was a month. This concert here was a month before he even met Ginger. He was noticeably slimmer, and I'll be putting pictures up. Could it be that Elvis was trying to get himself back into shape to counteract the info that was coming out in his book? Could have been. That's a thought. But let me get in and you tell me what you guys think. And so let me get into this CD. Let's start off. I don't want to play the whole thing. Let's start off. No, the 12th track, Steamroller Blues. I like how Steamroller Blues evolved because there was more emphasis on the intro, especially starting in like 1974. Like Elvis loved the, I really like Jerry Schiff's intro and maybe even Duke Bardwell, but let's go. Hang on a minute. I really don't use this too much. Like I said, this is going to be, I'm not really going to edit too much, like cut out some dead air time. Let's just play it. Madison, Wisconsin. Let's go to track 12, Steamroller Blues. Sorry to cut it, but don't forget, this track went to number 17 in 1973.
I'm a steamroller, baby. I'm gonna roll over you. Steamroller, baby.
Good sound.
I'm a steamroller, baby. I'm gonna roll over you. I'm a steamroller, baby. I'm gonna roll over you. I'm gonna inject your soul with some sweet rock and roll and shoot you full of rhythm and blues. I'm a cement mixer, a churning urn, a burning clock. I'm a cement mixer, a churning urn, a burning clock. I'm a demolition derby, a hefty see me just.
Let's hear if Elvis really brings the vocals or if his voice is weak.
I'm gonna steal you, baby. I'm gonna roll over you. I'm gonna steal you, baby. I'm gonna roll over you. I'm gonna get you some with some sweet rock and roll and shoot you full of rhythm and blues. I'm a napalm gun, guaranteed to blow your mind. I'm a napalm gun, guaranteed to blow your mind. If I can hang it up there, baby, there won't be nothing left behind. Yeah.
Not bad. I've heard better. It's alright. And also, I'm not looking at this set list. I don't know what song's coming up.
Very much. Ladies and gentlemen, since it's our nation's bicentennial year, I'd like to do our version of America the Beautiful. America the Beautiful. Elvis, over here. What you got on your mind, kid? You got one. You want another one? Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of
He was so patriotic.
rain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of rain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain.
Elvis really liked the songs that had... Oh, stop barking! Elvis really liked songs that had spoken lyrics in it. Like, Are You Lonesome Tonight? He even would do like What Now My Love. He decided to do some spoken. I think that was the actor in him.
America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and He crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Not the best closing, There is, maybe I'll even insert it here. You got to hear this ending. This was the best ending.
From sea to shining sea, America.
So Elvis, like, at these shows and like, you know, maybe mid 74 on, it was going to be hit or miss. The consistency in Elvis's voice was gone. You didn't know what type of show you were going to get. That's why it was such a surprise when Elvis really started to do good in fall and like around Thanksgiving time and also December, that tour, because he was remarkably better. It's disappointing to me, as I'm sure it was him, when his voice wasn't, like, it wasn't that powerful there. So let's just keep going.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Thank you. I'd like to introduce the members of my group to you. Before we go any further, the girls that you met earlier in the show, we've been together for about 7 years now. I think they're fantastic. They're sweet inspirations.
All right. In the essence of time, let's just fast forward this. He might have some jokes, but then again, he may not. So let's go right to Early Morning Rain. So this might be just where he introduces John Wilkinson. So there's 10,500 people there that night.
In the early morning rain, with a dollar in my hand, and even in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved one so. In the early morning rain, Lord, with no place to go.
That's it.
Thank you. Thank you, John. On the lead?
You notice Elvis's voice kind of got nasally, starting in like 71. When I was reading the book, Being Elvis: The Lonely Life by Ray Connolly, I think that might have been it's probably my favorite biography on Elvis. Some of you guys might be like, no, it's Careless Love. Well, I read this. There's 2 parts to that book series. I've read the later half, 1960 on. I haven't read the first part, and I do remember reading it, but I read it when I was like 17 or 16, so like 50 years ago. So I don't remember it too much. So maybe if I would go back and reread that. But anyway, Being Elvis: The Lonely Life by Ray Connolly. He gives the idea that Elvis's voice started to turn because he got what they call a vagus throat, right? Where it's like excessively dry, and it could have, since he was, it seems like his voice didn't get damaged, but like his vocal cords seemed strained. And here, because, you know, maybe some of the health problems he had, it's like he lost the register in his voice, not the register, he lost the, what's the word? I don't know all this jargon, all the vocal jargon, but he wasn't able to hold a note, like a long note, in when he was doing like a softer tone. He definitely could, and he got better belting out his voice, like with hurt and stuff like that. But it's like he also, it seemed like he was a little breathless, so he couldn't hold the notes at times. But I think you guys know what I mean, even though I didn't explain it too well. That was a quick version.
Los Angeles is James Burton.
What I say,
doesn't sound too good tonight. It's like his voice got real nasally, and some of you, like, because I'm posing the question, was Elvis better? Like, some of you say, oh, Elvis just got better and better. His voice never failed him. His voice is not too sharp here. You know, can you picture Elvis sounding like that in like 1961? Maybe 1970, not even 1970. It's like his voice, I don't think his voice got better with time, you know what I mean? It could have been like he wore himself out, he did too many shows, and even for fun he sang. So he sang so much, he might have benefited better, you know, a little more from maybe resting the vocal cords a bit. But anyway.
Yeah. Thank you, Jerry. I'm going to ask James to play.
Okay, so Elvis recorded What I Say in 1963 for Viva Las Vegas. Elvis's voice was way better back then. I'm just kind of like making my point throughout this video about what I'm going to say later on. And yes, I know Aloha from Hawaii, American Trilogy. I know about all those, the great, and his voice was great. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying overall, it lacked the softness.
Yes, I'll be true to you in my way.
Because he can do that very well. Brother, I can in front. That'll be good. I love you tenderly.
We don't need to listen to that.
On your heart.
Only 50 seconds of that, actually, so I didn't miss any.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dave.
David
And the
Briggs.
fellow that gives me my water and my scarves and sings harmony with me, his name is Charlie Hodge.
So Linda Thompson, I guess, had a fling with David Briggs while they were together, you know? Not saying Elvis didn't do things on the side, but how long actually did their relationship last? I don't remember reading specifically or learning about it at some point. If I did, I don't remember at the moment. How long was their relationship?
All right, guys, that's the end of part 1. Part 2 and part 3 will be coming out within the next few days, within this week. Stay tuned for it. This video turned out to be so long that I couldn't download the whole thing, so I had to break it up into 3 parts. Stay tuned for parts 2 and 3.